like pushing himself.
Chris is the healthiest one of us all because instead of like picking up any new RPGs or a different competitive game to play, he's like, I'm gonna bike. So,
I used to be really big into biking. I might
Me too.
get back into it because like I literally I took the biking badge. I had to bike 50 miles in like a day, in 8 hours actually.
I used to bike everywhere. I'd bike to work. I'd bike to school. I'd bike like everywhere to like, anywhere in my town. I just kind of stopped.
Yeah. I mean, that happens when you get a car.
I don't even have a car.
Oh,
I just moved to Newark and walked everywhere.
Well, that too. You take public transit.
Yeah.
Alright. So Nikolai now, having quite the tough time versus GaYo, but it looks like he's finally starting to find his stride, put on some damage, but every time he keeps hitting his jump called out, and like the more damage you take, the more you have to worry about like that double jump armor, because it is heavy armor.
Orbiter's protected him from fair for like so long. He just kept holding it.
Yeah. He finally hits the top of it. It's like the top of it and the bottom of it where you finally hit him. But it just feels like that orbiters were just more decreasing. They really just like stayed out there and protected him.
He just held the jab and it worked. Okay, that's hype because I do the same thing. Where it's like you jumped away from my jab, let's run into it, please.
Ooh, you got called out on the down throw fair. Very good stuff. I love how they're getting how the pits are getting so consistent with down throw bears that like they're starting to turn their down throw into a 50-50 die scenario where like you start scaring them with down throw bear at like percent where it doesn't work, and then they think like, oh, if I die this way again, it will kill me. Whereas like it won't kill, but like they'll miss DI and you catch the miss DI with the up air, which will kill.
Yeah, since DI in is usually good for a lot of Pit's down tilt strings. Since you're not trying to be carried horizontal, you want to get behind Pit after his down tilt nair and stuff like that. So a conditioned 50-50 from down tilt and down throw. Pit got a lot better.
Yeah. This character definitely has some sauce. But I think it might be lost in sauce. He doesn't have enough.
I mean, you don't need to take a character that was like the ultimate form of like they seem really balanced to time to make a top 10 character. Like you don't need to do that. That's okay.
Oh, he really wants that electric chike, but that's the thing is like he keeps like going for like these very telegraphed options, and Nikolai is so on top of it. But the same goes for Nikolai, where it's like he's just getting called out on his jumps, and he literally got stuck on the platform for a long arse time.
He almost died, but got the sour spot of that fair, and the challenge on Yoshi fair with the electroshock arm. Yet Yoshi Bomb's gonna take it.
Yeah. Yoshi Bomb is definitely something else. Like you just don't expect it to hit you, or then to go for it, and then you just like kind of die at like 100. It's like, alright, well, I guess that's my fate.
Yeah. I like how Nikolai's DIing to the platform a lot of times, because he's DIing it to tech. Or at the very least to miss the tech. And that just stops any sort of combo right in its start. Nip it in the bud.
But yeah, as you're saying, it really puts like GaYo in a very interesting and like unique position. No! Not again!
Now, who was it? Oof. Who would it be?
Someone just took their Tostitos out of the oven. There's nothing you really can do about it.
Yeah, the microwave
Someone wanted pizza rolls. Oh, so we got Beast in chat. Shout outs to Beast repping NPT, baby.
Yeah.
What is with people in their potato internet? Come on.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, like, I know I live in a programming household, so, like, I just guaranteed to have, like, gigabit internet, but, like, bro, if you live in, like, Sparta, New Jersey, then just, like, don't enter.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad we recently updated our internet, because it was, not good, and now it's pretty good, so...
Also, like, a router, like, a good... Actually, well, this is Ethernet, so you shouldn't be using a Wi-Fi router. I was gonna say, like, a good router really helps, but
But even then, like, having, like, setting up your house with multiple routers and
Mhm.
multiple interconnected routers is like something you just gotta do now.
Yeah,
Also-
as well as like also having multiple networks that you can connect to.
True.
Because like that's what my house does. Not only do we have multiple routers that you can connect to and Ethernet from, but we have multiple networks that like you can Wi-Fi off of.
Yeah, so you're not like overcrowding one network and
Yeah.
having it sending too many packets. All right. In the meantime, it looks like GaYo did take game 1 in the end. Close at when we left it, so hopefully it was a pretty fantastic finish that only those two will know.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be their dirty little secret.
It will definitely be like something that will pass on for generations. Like it'll be in the will. It's like they finally come clean.
Like, yes, my old compatriot Nikolai and GaYo come together at last to sign into their documents. All right, game 2.
Wait, I just realized I made a Resident Evil game for the DS.
Wait. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I just think about having ADDs. You just start like looking at things in between matches. It's like, wait a second, what am I looking at? Think of things that I'm questioning that I'm looking at right now. We're watching Yoshi on Wi-Fi.
True. We've also he let Yoshi go to PS2, which I mean I would consider Yoshi's best stage like free.
Yeah, like just from watching Pharaoh is like he's just such a great. Like, I think that and Battlefield is like Battlefield's just good for combos, but this is so great for just like playing the long game and just like doing the nest where he's just hide behind platforms with projectiles.
Yeah, like he can hide on these platforms. He can cover pretty much the entire stage on a drop of a hat. Most of his combos are vertical anyway, so even though you can extend them on Battlefield, like 2 or 3 up airs is still true. But you still get like 60%. So his combo game's not that affected.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whenever I play Yoshi, I auto-ban this stage.
I mean,
Personally.
yeah. I can see.
But, you know,
GaYo right now is just doing such a phenomenal job. He's only taking 8% and he has him at like pretty much forward throw percent. So Nikolai needs to find a combo fast. I'm not really seeing any up tilts. And just I mean it's also a different style of player. So like I'm being maybe a Pharaoh stan or like someone who's watched Pharaoh play. I'm definitely expecting a lot of options that Pharaoh to go for, and just like not seeing Nikolai doing those options. I don't know if it's like it could be working out better for him or working out worse, but the fact of the matter is he's completely down on stock, so he needs to figure out something quickly.
yeah, it's almost like he's zoning him with eggs, and he's pressuring him with down air, but not trying to look for his like main combo starters, F tilt and up tilt.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
he's really focused on hitting them with the egg. Whereas like sometimes I'll just see Pharaoh throw an egg out to limit somebody's options. So it's like, okay, because this egg covers this space, you can only react to it in these X amount of ways. So let me start like using these eggs to gather data, and then once I'm like certain, I can bait you with a certain egg toss, and then punish you for doing the option I predicted.
Right, but it looks like Nikolai's starting to pick up the pace a little bit, coming around with a lot of these aerials, using them to cover defensive options instead of looking right at where GaYo is. So we see a couple rolls come out from GaYo, chases him down and manages to get his forward air up air combo. That will take the stock, but at 99, you're not feeling too bad as Yoshi. Yoshi's rather heavy, but
yeah, he's definitely got about like 20. Actually, now he's probably got about 10% until he's got to worry about that double jump armor. Because now it's gonna start breaking, and he really needs to watch that. Because like his double jump armor is his most important tool, and once it's offline, it makes it like his disadvantage state a lot worse. Oh wow, I really like using the last hit in order to catch his poor landing, but doesn't quite get any momentum off of it. Sadly dies to a poorly timed double jump.
Yeah, I really like how GaYo is like using his multiple jumps just to stay at like close to underneath Nikolai when he ends up using his double jump, so that he's purely covering space. And
Yeah.
he doesn't have. He's not like chasing too hard or committing to attacking the double jump. He's just waiting for all of that to go away.
Yeah. I was I like how Nikolai finally started to pull out the what's it called? The egg lay, but again, it just feels like he pulled out a new option. It works, but then he doesn't get momentum off of it. It just like he gets the hit and it kind of ends. Whereas like a lot of times GaYo will get the hit, get the combo, and the momentum. Like all three of those things. Because I feel like that's where like Nikolai's kind of like losing. Is like he's not quite getting a good beat at like how GaYo's DIing out of his strings.
Yeah, it doesn't look. It really just doesn't seem like Nikolai is. Nikolai is willing to chase, while GaYo definitely is, and he's rewarded.
GaYo's always see him out there. We always see him like, even if he doesn't overextend, he just puts his body there in order